Did you know there are people who get paid to sniff strangers' armpits? Or to stand in fields pretending to be a scarecrow? Believe it or not, some of the world's strangest jobs are not made up. They're real. And people actually make a living from them. Today on Fact Shock, we're counting down 20 of the most ridiculous jobs that actually exist. 20. Professional bridesmaid, best man. Imagine being hired to stand at someone's wedding, pretending you've known them since kindergarten. That's the life of a professional bridesmaid or best man. Your job isn't just to show up in a nice dress or suit. You've got to deliver speeches, pose for endless photos, and even manage bridezilla meltdowns, all while acting like you've been best friends for decades. It's part improv theater, part emotional babysitting, and part career-level lying. And yet, people really pay for this. Some companies specialize in renting out bridal party members to lonely or friendless clients who don't want to look unpopular on the big day. It sounds tragic at first, but hey, it's basically cosplay with cake. You walk away with a paycheck and maybe a piece of wedding pie. Just don't accidentally call the groom by the wrong name. 19. Professional mermaid. As a professional mermaid, your office is a giant aquarium tank. You put on a sparkly tail, dive in, and hold your breath for long stretches while flipping around gracefully. To kids, you're magical. To you, you're mostly cold, wet, and slightly dizzy. The glamorous underwater fantasy is basically synchronized swimming with sequins, plus the constant risk of cramping up in your fake tail. But there's a big market for it. Birthday parties, theme parks, even luxury resorts. Some mermaids earn serious money if they can stay submerged long enough to keep the illusion alive. Imagine explaining that at Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, me? Yeah, I'm a mermaid. Not metaphorically. Literally, just hope your uncle doesn't start asking about Atlantis. 18. Dog surfing instructor. California takes dog culture to the extreme, and dog surfing schools prove it. These instructors teach golden retrievers, pugs, and even bulldogs how to balance on surfboards. Picture trying to convince a Labrador that salt water isn't for drinking, while also pushing him onto an oncoming wave. It's chaos, but it's apparently Instagram gold. The funny part? These instructors aren't just for show. There are competitions where judges rate dogs on style, balance, and even smile factor. Somewhere in the world, a human has trained for years to surf, only to be beaten by a French bulldog in board shorts. Life isn't fair. 17. Duckmaster. At the Peabody Hotel in Memphis, there's one job that makes 0 cents but has existed for decades. The Duckmaster. Every morning at 11, this person rolls out a red carpet and marches a group of ducks from the elevator to the hotel fountain. Guests applaud like they're royalty. The ducks, they just waddle, quack, and splash around. It's basically a duck parade with a man in a fancy suit acting as master of ceremonies. And yes, it's considered prestigious. They even hand out autographed duck-stamped certificates to tourists. Imagine explaining to your parents, I went to college, like to walk ducks in a straight line. That diploma was worth every penny. 16. Professional cuddler. If you're lonely but not looking for romance, you can hire a professional cuddler. For $60 to $100 an hour, someone will spoon you, hold your hand, or just lie next to you. No strings attached, just pure platonic snuggle time. It's like therapy, but with more awkward small talk about your pillow preferences. The business is booming in Japan and the US, where cuddle cafes and private cuddle sessions are a thing. Critics say it's weird, but clients swear it reduces stress and anxiety. Still, imagine telling your boss you can't work overtime because you've got a cuddle appointment. Awkward. 15. Mukbang eater. What started in South Korea has become an internet sensation. Mukbang. People live stream themselves eating absurd mountains of food. Noodles, fried chicken, entire seafood buffets, while chatting with viewers. For some reason, millions of people find this relaxing. For the eater, it's both a paycheck and a guaranteed stomachache. The ridiculous part? Top mukbang stars make 6 figures annually from sponsorships and donations. But behind the camera, many battle health problems from overeating. It's the only job where eating yourself sick is both the requirement and the risk. 14. Elephant dresser. In countries like Sri Lanka, festivals feature elephants decked out in lavish costumes. Someone has to design and dress them, and that's an actual profession. It's half tailor, half circus handler, and 100% absurd. Fitting a 5-ton animal with sequined robes is not for the faint-hearted, but it's considered an honor, and the outfits are often passed down for generations. The elephant, meanwhile, doesn't care about cultural tradition. He just wants bananas. So while the dresser fusses with fabric, the elephant is plotting how to fling mud all over it. High fashion, jungle edition. 13. Professional sleeper. It sounds like the dream job, getting paid to nap. Hotels sometimes hire professional sleepers to test mattresses and pillow quality. Sleep labs pay people to participate in overnight experiments. On paper, it's paradise. In reality, it's less sweet dreams and more scientists staring at you with clipboards while you drool. You might be hooked up to wires, forced to sleep at odd hours, or woken up repeatedly for data. Suddenly, a normal 9 to 5 looks appealing. 12th line stand-in. Hate waiting in line for concert tickets, sneakers, or new iPhones. Some people make a living doing it for you. Line stand-ins are basically patients for hire. They'll camp out for hours, even days, and then hand you the spot when you're ready. It sounds lazy, but in cities like New York, it's a thriving business. Some stand-ins even form little unions to keep the line economy fair. The only downside? Explaining to your kid that daddy doesn't work in tech or finance. He waits in line for it. 11. Water slide tester. At first, this job sounds like heaven. Riding water slides all day and getting paid. You test for speed, splash factor, and safety. Basically, you're paid to have fun. But ride a slide 40 times in a row, and you'll discover the hidden torture of bruised hips, endless wedgies, and ice-cold water. It's fun for the first hour, but by the end of the day, you're questioning your life choices. 10. Human scarecrow. Farmers sometimes hire actual people to stand in fields and scare away birds. It's low-tech, but it works. Instead of a straw dummy, it's you, waving your arms and shouting at pigeons. It's basically minimum wage acting with zero audience applause. Bonus, unlike fake scarecrows, you still need lunch breaks and bathroom trips, so the birds get a halftime snack. Efficiency at its worst. 9th, Netflix tagger. Imagine your job being to binge watch Netflix shows all day. Sounds fun, right? But here's the catch. You're not watching for fun. You're tagging metadata like romantic, suspenseful, contains cats, or set in space. It's not about popcorn and chill, it's about spreadsheets and keywords. By the 20th rom-com of the week, you're begging for an action flick. It's proof that even watching TV can become soul-crushing when it's work. 8. Face feeler. Some cosmetics companies literally hire people with sensitive hands to rub strangers' cheeks and judge how smooth they are after applying lotion. It's science, apparently, but it's also deeply awkward. Imagine introducing yourself at a party. Hi, I touch faces for a living. You'd better hope no one asks for a demonstration. 7. Professional mourner. In some cultures, families hire professional mourners to attend funerals and cry loudly. The idea is to make the deceased look more loved and important. These mourners can wail, throw themselves dramatically, and sometimes even fight over who cries hardest. It's performance art with a depressing twist. You're not there for grief, you're there for the paycheck. Nothing says rest in peace like a stranger sobbing on cue. 6th, vomit collector. Theme parks generate more than just thrills. They generate vomit. And yes, someone is paid specifically to clean it up. Rides like roller coasters often have dedicated puke patrols armed with mops and industrial cleaners. It's disgusting, but necessary. Without them, theme parks would be landmines of half-digested hot dogs. Heroes wear capes, vomit collectors wear gloves and pray for rain. 5. Chicken sexer. In the poultry industry, it's crucial to know whether a chick is male or female. Enter the chicken sexer, a specialist who examines thousands of chicks a day and identifies their gender in seconds. It requires insane training, and it's not obvious at all. The kicker? It's a well-paid but soul-crushing job. Imagine doing the same awkward inspection over and over, all day, every day. Still, without chicken sexers, the industry would collapse. It's the weirdest essential job on Earth. 4. Pet food taster. Before kibble hits the shelves, some unlucky humans have to test it for flavor and texture. They don't swallow it, but they do chew it and evaluate the taste profile. Yes, really. It's humiliating work, especially when you realize the dogs don't care if their kibble tastes like steak or cardboard. Somewhere, Rover is laughing at us between bites. 3rd train pusher, Tokyo. Japan's rush hour is so insane that workers are hired specifically to shove people into trains. These OSHA use brute force to cram every last passenger in, closing doors on a sea of squished commuters. It looks like human Tetris with zero regard for personal space. Imagine telling people you're a civil servant, but your job is literally pushing butts. 2. Odor judge. Companies making deodorant or toothpaste need testers, and that means actual humans are hired to sniff armpits, feet, and even breath all day. They rank odors on intensity and freshness. It's one of the smelliest jobs on earth. While you complain about your open plan office, imagine sitting nose to armpit with strangers for 8 hours straight. Talk about suffering for science. 1. Paint drying watcher. The single most absurd job title ever. Paint drying watcher. Yes, some companies literally hire people to sit and watch paint dry, making notes on how long it takes, whether it cracks or how it changes color. It's the very definition of boring. The phrase, watching paint dry, is meant as a joke about dullness, yet for some, it's a career. Imagine filling out your resume. Skills, advanced knowledge of wall moisture. Rock bottom but paid. And there you have it. 20 real jobs that prove the world of work is stranger than fiction. Some are funny, some are gross, and some are just flat out depressing. But hey, at least now you know you could make a living by cuddling strangers or teaching pugs how to surf. Which one of these ridiculous jobs would you actually try for a day? Drop your pick in the comments. I'm curious who's brave enough to volunteer as a professional vomit collector. If you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to smash that like button. Share this video with a friend who hates their job. And of course, subscribe to Fact Shock for more insane lists just like this one. Until next time, keep your career weird. And maybe don't tell your parents you're becoming a paint drying expert.